name is Dr. Siana Nkya. I am the president of the Tanzania Human Genetics Organization. Guest of honor, Honorable Minister of Health, Social Welfare, Elderly, Gender and Children in Zanzibar, representative of the Honorable former President Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, Honorable Ambassador Togolani Mavura, the African Society of Human Genetics Board, Human Heredity and Health in Africa, H3 Africa, Tanzania Human Genetics Organization Board, our beloved sponsors including 54 Gene in Kaba and Illumina, the organizing committee of the 13th Conference of the African Society of Human Genetics and the 18th meeting of the H3 Africa, beloved participants in Tanzania, Africa, and globally. I would first like to express my gratitude to the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to deliver a welcome note in this important event to our country Tanzania, Africa, and the international communities. Since its inauguration in 2003, the African Society of Human Genetics has cultivated a culture of conducting annual conferences each year in alternative African countries. The overall aim of these meetings have been to strengthen human genetics activities in these respective countries and to bring together scientists across Africa in order to share expertise, experience, skills, and knowledge, as well as building meaningful networks. This year's conference is organized by the Tanzania Human Genetics Organization as the local host, the African Society of Human Genetics, and the Human Heredity and Health in Africa, H3 Africa. The Tanzania Human Genetics Organization was founded in 2017, launched in 2019, and formally registered in 2021, with the overall mission of coordinating and enhancing human genetics research, services, and related activities in the community in order to generate knowledge and recommendations for the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of genetic diseases, as well as promoting health in Tanzania. Since the conception of the society, we had a dream of hosting the annual African Society of Human Genetics meeting in our country for the first time in the history of our nation. We knew that hosting this event will be a catalyst of the ongoing efforts of enhancing human genetics activities in the country. On behalf of the Tanzania Human Genetics Organization, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the African Society of Human Genetics Board, being led by Professor Ambrose Wonkamp, for giving us and our country a chance to make history in the book of human genetics journey in Africa. The experience of organizing this event, initially as a physical meeting and then visually, has given us a chance to grow significantly and to learn from all of you. We know that this year's conference is different since we are not able to interact in person. We in Tanzania really looked forward to have received all of you in our country and share with you the warmth of the people of Tanzania. Living in the world of COVID-19 is teaching us new ways of overcoming the norm, as we are forced to adapt to new ways of living, including the way we conduct our meetings. We are fortunate for the technological advancements that are still allowing us to continue pursuing our dreams, including networking and knowledge sharing. I am confident that we can still use the available technologies, such as the one we have for this meeting, to still learn from one another and build the meaningful networks that we wanted. Tanzania was identified as an ideal place to host discussions of genetics of African populations, as East Africa is believed to harbor most of the genetic diversity on the continent. We hope that through this meeting, we will learn about the increasing engagement of modern genomic technologies in an African context, with explicit discussions of how it can be translated to the clinic in the present or near future. We all know that Africa is still lagging behind in human genetics research, diagnosis, training, and advocacy, and on how all of this can be applied to improve the health of the people of Africa. The theme of this year's conference is Genomics and Translational Research to Improve Health in Africa. The talks and sessions of this meeting are planned to discuss, including but not limited to, genomic medicine, pharmacogenomics, bioinformatics, and DNA diagnostics for both common and rare genetic disorders. Although hurdles exist in incorporating such topics into clinical care in Africa, having these dialogues will lead to incorporating the use of genetic information as it becomes more cost-effective. In addition, with the rapidly decreasing costs of whole exome and whole genome sequencing, research in Africa can be at the forefront of finding new variants that play a role in risk of disease, given the diversity of population structure in the continent. We hope that this conference will be a catalyst in pushing the human genetics agenda in Africa and to ensure that Africa, just as other developed continents, realize the benefits of genomics translation in improving the health of the people of Africa. We believe that genomics in Africa will impact in diagnosing and quick diagnosis of rare and common diseases, will inform us on how diseases are distributed across the continent, will give us knowledge on how differently disease progresses from one person to another, as well as how people respond to treatment. All of these are known to contribute greatly in improving the health of the people as we move forward the agenda of precision or personalized medicine. With these words, I wish you a fruitful conference, and I hope that by the end of this conference, each one of us would have learned something new as well as make new connections. On behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome you to this important event. Thank you.